Hello, my beautiful wildflowers. How are you today? Alexis here with Modesty. But today, what I have for you, and which I promised, is my thoughts on this Chanel product. And it is a foundation, and it's called Beiges Water Fresh Complexion Touch. And I know Michelle, Jean, same person, I found out. You wanted to know something about this, and I've had the chance to use this a few times. And I want to give my feedback on this product. And also, I have friend mail. Finally came into my box. So if you're interested in hearing about these things, please do stay tuned. Welcome back, my beautiful wildflowers. Well, today I am going to finally tell you what I think about this product, okay? But before I do that, I want to go ahead and do a motivation and also open my friend mail because I'm really excited about that. Okay, I know I saw one up and it reminded me of my dad. Where'd it go? Oh, okay. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Oh, it moved on me. Oh, now the picture changed. Okay, let me see if you can see this anyway. Okay, there it is. Oh, I think you can see it. Okay. And I saw this just before I started filming, and I thought I'd share, this with you. It says, train your mind to always see the good in what you do. Train your mind to always see the good in what you do. And, when I was growing up, and also into, my teenage and a little bit of early adulthood, my dad used to always say, and I hear him say it all the time, to different people too, and that is, regardless of what you do, what your job is, do it to your best. I mean, do the best you can. It doesn't matter if you're a janitor, if you're a doctor, if you're, whatever you are. Do it the best you can. And in other words, just because you may have a job that may not be coveted, okay? Doesn't matter. Somebody has to do that job. And if somebody gave you that trust for you to do that job correctly, you need to do that. And, that has a lot to do with training my mind to always see the good in what I do. And, and as I was growing up, I started working like when I was 13 years old, and I did that through work experience, through school. My first job, you're gonna laugh, it was Burger King, okay? And I loved that job. I think it was just the fact that I loved to work. And so I started working at Burger King, and I was 13 years old, and I was there for like a year. And by the time I was 14, the manager said to me, are you interested in staying on and maybe working a little bit in the evening as a shift manager? And I'm like, a shift manager? I'm 14 years old. And what am I going to do with that? So I did stay on for like another year or so working part-time. But it taught me something because everything, I saw people, my friends who got jobs at like Burdines, which is like Nordstrom's, and that's in Florida. I don't know if that's still around. And they got, they got to get this cool job, merchandising and things. And I ended up working at Burger King. And I told my dad that, and sorry about that. And this is when I first really heard my dad say, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Whatever job you have, they trusted you and they gave you that job. You have to do your best. And so I had to train my mind, right? And I always had to, see the good in what am I doing? I mean, what am I doing? Okay, I'm providing good customer service. I'm doing my math right. So back then, they didn't have these cash registers that told you how much money to give back. I mean, you have to figure that out. So, I learned a lot. And I did that at a young age, training my mind to always see the good in what I do. And that came from my dad always telling me, it doesn't matter what you're doing, you have to give it your 100%, 110%. So yeah, just thought I'd share that with you. So anyway, next what I want to do is I want to go ahead and quickly open my friend mail. And this is from Sally Cookie. And she's got this cool, I don't want to show her address here, but she's got this cool, like a little, I love this little return label sticker. It's like a little truck with like a bunch of wildflowers in there. I'm like, oh, that's cool. I love it. And she's got the same sticker in the back. And I'm like, oh my gosh, Sally, where did you get this? I love this. Yeah, and so let's go ahead and open it. A nice little Hallmark card. And Sally's been with us for a long time. And so, yeah, she's one of our, what is it, original beautiful wildflowers. And, oh, it's a thank you card. And I always enjoy that. Dear Alexis, thank you so much. She's got it underlined double times. For all my goodies. The eyeshadow palette is even more pretty in person. I love it. Love, Sally. Oh, thank you so much, Sally. I'm so glad you enjoyed it. And Sally just won a giveaway not too long ago, and that was my Mass Monday giveaway. And I guess actually what I do is I try to guess what you like based on the comments you leave. And so, she actually leaves, a lot of comments almost every day, I think, if not every day. And, you get to know somebody by what they say, what they like, and what they say, no, I didn't care for it. And so I keep that in mind. I kind of, put that in the back of my head because, sooner or later, it's a numbers game, guys. You comment enough and, you watch the videos enough, you're going to win something. So, and that's how I pick my things. So, Sally, so appreciate it, and thank you so much. I mean, this is such a beautiful card, and I do love it. Aw. And I'm filming this early in the morning, and so this is a great start to my day. So there. So your card, not you, but your card will go into my little box of happiness. Hey, that's pretty good. My little box of happiness, because I do and read them, whenever I feel like, oh, I'm not feeling well. Let me see what's in here. And I know Nisi does the same thing too. So anyway, without further ado, this is called Les Beiges Water Fresh Complexion Touch, and it's by Chanel. And now, one thing about this is that I really like it in a way that it's supposed to work. If you're looking for a medium to like full coverage, you're not going to get it here, no matter what. And, there's a saying with this Les Beiges line, it's natural is a style. And it is. Natural is a style. There are days, like on a weekend, today is Saturday, and I don't like to put on all of the, the heavier makeup. And so I try to keep it as natural as possible. And this is perfect for that. But this is not something that I would wear to work every day because it doesn't have the coverage that I want for work, and it doesn't have the texture because, I'm putting my glasses on and off, putting my mask on and off. And so it wouldn't last through the day, to be honest with you. But this is to give you some details on it. This is 20 milliliters, which is a lot smaller than some of the other foundations, and it is $65. And it does come with a cute little brush, which is pretty much useless, I'm gonna say, for this purpose. But it is, I mean, if you want to use this for like concealer, or even I'm thinking about using this for my bronzer, my liquid bronzer, or my cream bronzer, I guess. And this is perfect for that. It comes with, it's a cute little brush, very, very soft, but I did try to use it with this, no go, okay? But what you should use is something very dense. And I wouldn't recommend any kind of brushes that are fluffy or that have a lot of separation between the bristles. And this is what, this is perfect for something like this. You see how short this is? This means that this is going to be really dense, and this is really dense. The reason why I say this is because you don't want to absorb a lot of the products into the brush, because you need the fluid in it, the carrier of the little micro beads, the shades, to be kind of distributed as well, because that's what's going to give you that natural look. And let me tell you what Chanel had to say about this product. And I'm going to read it for you real quick, okay? It says, it's a first of its kind versatile makeup product infused with ultra concentrated micro droplet pigments. The medium coverage formula offers customizable application, conceals specific areas to apply all over for flawless, incredibly natural looking skin. That's where I disagree, right? It does look flawless, but the part that it's a medium coverage formula, I mean, you're going to have to use a lot. I mean, I don't even think you could get it to medium. At least I couldn't. maybe for somebody with oily skin who the skin doesn't absorb this, but it's really, really important that you actually, you know, don't have very oily skin, because if you do, this won't work for you. At least I don't think so. And if there's anybody out there that's tried it and you have oily skin, please prove me wrong, because this does stay really dewy, and I'm gonna show you that in a minute. But you know what? I forgot one thing. I forgot to put on my sunscreen, so I gotta do that, and I'll be back. Okay guys, I had to actually pause the video because I don't like to put my foundation on right after I put on sunscreen, so I did kind of pause it, and now I'm back. So as I was saying, I want to go ahead and try this for you and show you as best as I can. Like I said, I did use this a couple of times, and last weekend when I first got it, that's when I used it. I think it was Sunday, and I wore it all day. And I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a little bit of a, let's see if I can get a couple of pumps on there. Little bit of a more watery, let's see, here we go. You see that? And it has microbeads, but you can't really, you see how it's running, right? And so it is definitely more of a liquidy, you know, liquidy, and not like some of, you know, the matte foundations, which are just plop and stay. And so what did I do with my brush? I'm just going to go ahead and pick up my brush, and I'm going to take it off my hand because I don't want to waste it. I mean, 20 milliliters is not a lot. So here's the first swipe, and see if you can see. I'm going to go ahead and use. And it does, you know what? I don't find that this is overly oily like you would think, but it's actually nice. But it will definitely, if you're looking for a natural, you know, not natural look, this will give you that. But this does not really dry down like satin or matte look like I kind of like, you know, unless I'm going for this look. And so, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put a little more. That was just one pump. And I'm trying to build it up for you. That was actually 2 pumps. I'm going to try to build it up, you know, for like medium coverage as it says. But let me see. Let me see if I can bring you in a little bit closer here. Whoops, went the wrong way. Okay, and okay, there we go. So it does have decent coverage, and I do like it. Like I said, the only thing is, it's never going to be, I don't think, a true medium coverage. And you're always going to be able to see your little, you know, your imperfections. But, I mean, I like to call them my cuteness, you know, that's what makes me me, my individuality. It's always going to come through, and I like that. And, you know, on some days, because I like that natural look. I don't always like that made up look. And I'm going to try to avoid my eye areas, only because I'm going to go ahead and put on eyeshadow and stuff. And this is actually a little bit, for me, moisturizing. And if you want a moisturizing foundation, this is it. It feels, I mean, it never feels tight, you know, it never feels dry. It's through the day, it just feels like your skin is getting, you know, moisture throughout the day, and I do like that. But okay, let's see, get that in there. I have deep set eyes on the inside here, so just got to do this. I just go over my eyebrows just a little bit. There we go. Okay, so take a look at the coverage. I mean, it does do a good job, I'll be honest. And I do like it. I do. Don't get me wrong. You know, it's just that I know a lot of people that I've seen on videos say, well, I can't get medium coverage out of it. You know, I'm not getting the coverage. Don't expect that, because that's not what you're going to get. You're going to get a natural look. You're going to get it smooths out all your, you know, discolorations to a point. And some people who have like rosacea and have like red spots on the cheeks, sometimes they do have to cover it with a concealer before they use this. And I've seen that in videos too. But, you know, the thing is, if you can find a BB cream or CC cream that's less expensive, but that has this nice natural feel that stays on and it really evens out your skin, I would stick with that, because this is quite expensive. But if you, you know, if you just want something, you know, luxurious, and you want something that's dewy and natural looking, this is it. I mean, you know, I like it. I do like it. But would I rebuy it? I don't know. That's a pretty high price point for, you know, the look. You know what I mean? But yeah. I don't know, I might, but I don't think I have a need for it. The good thing is this is only 20 fluid ounces, is the fact that I would not use it every day. So if you're using it every day, it's gonna get expensive, okay? So yeah, and you know, when I go to work, I use other foundations, and I've been trying, as you guys know, 4 other foundations for you, and I'm gonna come back at the end of it and rate my, you know, thoughts on the 5 foundations that I tried, and it'll include this. So yeah, so take a look. And I'm going to go ahead and put on the rest of my makeup, and I will tell you the experience of it, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, I wanted to take a pause before I finish the rest of my makeup. I did put on my my eyes and my cheeks, but you see how kind of shiny it is, like really dewy. If you like this look, I mean, it's a beautiful look, but I don't really like it really shiny under here. And also around here, I don't like that shine. So I'm gonna powder it down, but I want you to see what it actually looks like after, you know, it sits for a few minutes while I do my eyes and I do my cheeks. And I did go ahead and put my concealer underneath, and the concealer is matte. So I think it absorbed a little bit. It doesn't even look matte, actually, to be honest with you. So let me pull you in really close so you can see. You see the shine here, and I mean, it's just shine everywhere, and it's in sunlight, which I try to do sunlight just right now. The problem is the sun is just now like horizontal to me and coming in, so it just blows out the shot. So it's not even a really good indication. It's not an overhead sun, and so yeah. So, but if you like this look of being like really kind of dewy all over, it's a good look. But I don't. Like here, you see? I mean, there's a lot of, I mean, right here, there's a lot of shine. And so I'm going to go ahead and powder it down a little so you can see what the options are, okay? So I'll be right back. Okay, guys, here's the finished look. And so I said I powdered it down a little bit. And what I use is this Laura Mercier. It's the loose translucent powder. And I loved it at first. I hated it for the longest time. And now, because of the makeup I'm using, I'm starting to love it back again. So this is really weird. I guess it depends on what's underneath, but I'm back with Laura here. And then so just to let you know, as you see, I took off a lot of the shine, definitely took off a lot of the shine here, lift a little bit here for the Cupid's bow. And also I took the shine, most of the shine off my forehead and this part of my nose, and I lift a little teeny tiny bit at the tip of my nose. And I did not take it off from under my eyes because that's what gives it the youthful look. And I did powder down here to get rid of the shininess here, because this is where you normally put bronzer. And since I wasn't using bronzer today, I decided, you know what, I need to really matte it down a little bit, because otherwise it's going to bring attention to the parts of my face that I don't. And so that's pretty much what I do, is I powder the areas that I don't want like a really big focus on. And so that way it gives it a nice, like the parts that I want you to focus on is where I leave alone, okay? And so when you're using this though, you should use, I mean, you can use anything you want, but you should use a cream or a liquid blush, because it actually adds to it. Look, I mean, this I really like, and I don't have any highlighter on. And it looks like there's a highlighter here, and I don't have that on. But what I did was I used my Ilia, which is eyes and cheek pigment, and I actually did, I wanted to do it monochromatic, and so I did use this on my eyelids as well, because I want the natural look, right? And also what else? Oh, for my lips, I wanted a really, really natural look, and I used the Balm from McGrath, and this is really nice, balmy. I mean, it just feels so good, and it still has pretty good pigments to it, but it is a balm, and it doesn't come out on the lips as dark. So yeah. And I really enjoy this. And being that I'm going to be, you know, go and get my nails done and everything else, I just wanted to look natural. And I know you guys are probably wondering, why do I always wear this? Because I'm wearing like no sleeve underneath. And I usually put on a jean jacket over my sundress. So yeah, that's why. And so anyway, speak of that. What do I think about this? I mean, you really have to work at it to get it to, you know, get the look you want. because you have to make little adjustments here and there. It's not like some of the tinted sunscreens where you can just throw it on, put everything on top and just go. This actually take a little bit of finessing, to be honest with you. Maybe it's me. I mean, I'm not an expert, so of course it's most likely me. But for me, it takes me longer to get the natural look than it should. But it's okay. Is it a good product? Yes. I mean, does it have good pigments? Absolutely. It gives it what it says it'll give it, the natural look and the dewy look. Definitely the dewy look. If you don't like dewy, don't do it. If you have oily skin, I would recommend that you don't get this. But if you want to try it, go to a boutique or go to Nordstrom's or wherever and get a sample and see how you like it. That's what I've been doing lately, is getting samples and wearing that for 2 days. And if it's decent, then I'll buy it. You know, I may not have time tested and everything else, but it's decent. I can live with it and it's good for at least 6 hours. Then I'm going to go ahead and buy it. But if I try it, I tried one product from Chanel that I'm like, oh no. And it's all over the internet. That's just how great it is. But the smell, I couldn't get over the smell. And it's the Chanel #1, right? The matte foundation. It was just, that thing just like killed me. I had to wash it off. I mean, the smell, the perfume, and it was so strong. And that's the only Chanel product that really has that strong smell that won't go away. It just like stays, right? And I just wish Chanel would just leave the fragrance in the bottle of their perfumes. I'm good with that. But other than that, yeah, no, it was very strong. I actually tried it. And the first time I did, I mean, I started to put on other makeup. I'm like, oh, no, I can't deal with it. I washed it off. But you know, there's people that love it. You may love it, but that's just me. And what you're hearing is my opinion about these products. So if you use it, you love it, that's great. So, you know, I just want you to be aware that we're all different, right? And the other one that I actually got like I wore it for 2 days and I hear bad things about it, actually. And I've seen people, you know, big influencers say, no, not for me, not for me. Is this Tom Ford, and I love it. I mean, it's like it works so well for me. I'm like, okay, what's the matter? And so I actually wrote to one of the influencers and asked her, you know, what kind of skin do you have? And she said, I have combination skin. And I think that's what it is. Some of these, I mean, definitely not for people with, you know, oily skin. And some things like this one here, what she was complaining about is that it was breaking up. And it was breaking up in the areas of a T-zone. Yeah, if you have combination skin, some things are not going to be for you. Some are going to be for, you know, normal to dry skin. I have pretty much normal skin. Sometimes, depending on how much Retin-A I use, I may get a little dry. But now that I learned how to tweak that, I mean, last year I had dry skin. And the year before, because I didn't have my skincare down pat. But now that I do, you know, it works well. Just remember, guys, it also has a lot to do with your skincare and what you're putting in underneath. I never use a primer with type of makeup like this. And I didn't, as you saw. I just put on sunscreen and it is what it is. Whereas with Tom Ford, I wear a Laura Mercier primer, which I wasn't wearing primers until recently. And wow, that was I'm going to talk to you about that in another video because this one's going long. But that one is like absolutely amazing. And so, yeah, I have fallen in love with that. Laura Mercier must, I mean, she must be aligned with me in the time of the season of the moon or something, because it's starting to work. Things that didn't work for me, it's starting to work really well. So yeah. Alrighty, my beautiful wildflowers, if I added any value, please hit like. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please do consider subscribing. And yeah, I just want you to have a great day. And just remember that somebody loves you out there. And keep a positive outlook and be happy. And so I got to run right now. But I want you to remember, have a good day, good night, good week, good weekend. Whenever you're watching this, it does not matter because there is not a giveaway in this one. But it's okay. There's other videos that do have them. So what's important though? In a field of roses, be a wildflower and never sweat the small stuff. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye. just rambling at the end. I'm like, wait a minute, I gotta, in my back of my head, I'm like, I gotta end the video, I gotta end the video, I gotta end the video, I gotta run, I gotta run. Actually, I do if I want to even get some coffee. I just have to throw on my denim jacket though and my shoes and run out the door. I just made my husband move his car because we have a tandem garage and he forgot that I get my nails done today. And so he's like, God dang it, I forgot I was going to take a nap until you got back because we got to run around again today. And so, yeah, I made him move the car to the front, you know. And so I can get my car out because I leave my car in the back because I barely ever drive anymore with me taking the train to work. So yeah. So anyway, honestly, guys, I should probably really emphasize that I do love this product. I do love it, but I also know what you guys are looking for out there because I've seen comments and I've had emails from a couple of people asking me, you know, what I thought about it. I mean, and I would ask them back, you know, what kind of skin do you have? And I had that in the back of my head. I mean, if you have like normal skin, this is beautiful. And if you have dry skin, even better. But if you have T-zones or if you have any kind of oiliness in your skin at all, this is not for you. Because, I mean, I've seen so many reviews on this. And not only that, me putting it on and seeing how dewy it is. And look, it's going to stay like this for the rest of the day. If you like the look and you have dry skin or normal skin, try it. I mean, I think you'll like it. But just remember, I mean, it is pretty pricey. I did price it out. 20 milliliters at $65 is $3.25 per mil, which is pretty high. And so, yeah, just, yeah. But would I buy this again? I don't think so because I don't use it enough. But I may change my mind, right, once I use it every weekend because this is my weekend type of product, right? I'm going to use this just on a weekend. I can't use it, you know, going to work because I'm going to put it on mask, off mask, and everything else. So I would definitely lose it because this is not transfer proof. I forgot to say that. Dang. Anyway, it's not transfer proof. If you were watching this part, yeah, good. But yeah. Alrighty, guys. I gotta run. I haven't even had my coffee yet. You can tell I'm like gearing up to have my coffee. I'm more excited about it. So, alrighty, guys. I want you to have a good day, okay? And silver lining. Always look for that silver lining because it's out there. I promise you. And just remember, that light at the end of the tunnel is not a train. Unless you're in a tunnel with a train coming, okay? So, different. Love you from the very bottom of my lip ventricles. Mwah.